Last year, I lost both my younger sister and my mother to cancer in the same week. The day my younger sister died, my older sister took care of everything, and I stayed with my mother. It was on, but the sound was off. We weren't watching. The room was still. There was nothing left to say. I just sat beside her as she faced the unimaginable loss of her youngest child. And days later, she was gone. People keep asking me, how did you get through it? But that's not the right question. The real question is, what holds you together when everything falls apart? And most people think the answer is strength. But I found it's something even more human. For me, purpose became my lifeline. It kept me connected to what mattered most. Now, you don't have to have experienced this kind of loss to understand that feeling. For some of us, it shows up as exhaustion or disconnection or the sense that the world is spinning out of control. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Most of us are going through something these days. And when life pulls you into deep water, purpose can become your lifeline. These days, burnout and loneliness are affecting more people than ever. So many of us are surrounded by people, but starving for connection. On the outside, everything looks fine, even when it's not. We scroll through curated lives that make our own feel smaller. We compare our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. And in that comparison, we lose sight of what fills us up. Think about the last time life was hard for you. What did you reach for? Over time, I've come to understand my purpose through 3 anchors. And the first anchor is resilience. In 1988, I was a teenager struggling with drugs and alcohol. My then 23-year-old brother was the one who took me to a treatment center. He didn't judge me, he didn't lecture me, he just held out his hand. I didn't know what was going to happen next, but he told me he would take me to this place and everything would be okay. And for the first time in a long time, I really believed that this wasn't the end of my story. At that treatment center, I met a woman named Anne. And she didn't know me. She didn't owe me anything. But she treated me with kindness and respect. And she shared her story with me. That experience taught me how people get back up. It showed me that resilience isn't about doing life on your own. It's about being helped and reaching back for someone else. I have been sober for 37 years now. And one of the ways I honor those early acts of grace is by paying it forward. I try to offer the same kindness and respect shown to me. And it's not just about people struggling with drugs and alcohol. I reach out wherever my experience can make a difference. And these days, that means grieving out loud, letting other people know it's okay to talk about loss and how hard life can be. Because when one person says it out loud, other people feel less alone. And that does more than comfort us. I've come to understand that purpose is biological. It strengthens us from the inside out. And research from Harvard backs that up. A strong sense of purpose helps us manage stress, sleep better, and even live longer. That makes sense to me. On the days that I stayed connected to what mattered most, I felt calmer. I could sleep a little better, and I could breathe. I could feel the difference. And that matters. There's another way purpose shows up in my life, and that's through presence. Before I got sober, I wasn't present for anyone. Sobriety taught me how to show up for the people I love. And sometimes that looks ordinary. Walking around the lake with my friend, showing up for my stepdaughter's softball game, taking my mom to her doctor appointments. And sometimes it looks like sitting beside someone when there's nothing left to say. That kind of presence doesn't erase pain, but it reminds us we are not alone. I really understood the power of that kind of presence when people showed up for me. They came to 2 funerals in 1 week. My cousins and my college roommate drove for hours just to be there. My little sister had asked that people wear bright, cheerful colors to celebrate her life. So I looked around the room and I saw color everywhere. No one had the right words, but they came, and their presence did what words couldn't. That's love. It's the connective tissue of purpose. It's what holds us together when life gets hard. And when we keep showing up for others, it opens up space for something else. The third anchor of my purpose, hope. A few weeks later, we found ourselves together again, all of us needing something hopeful. My niece had the lead role in a local theater production, and it was something I had been looking forward to for months. And as I walked into that theater, there was a moment when I thought about who wasn't going to be there to see her. But then she took the stage, and I felt lighter than I had in weeks. And I was just overwhelmed with pride. And I could see that fatherly pride on my brother's face, too. So different from the last time I'd seen him. It didn't mean everything was okay, but it told us that good things were still possible. After the show, we gathered round for a photo with our leading lady and raved about her performance. the grief was still there, but for those few hours, we were reminded that good things were still possible. Life was happening, and we were part of it. It was exactly what we needed. I think most of us have had moments like that, a small glimmer of hope, just when we needed it. So if you're wondering where to begin, especially when your life gets hard, start small. Start by noticing where your time and energy are going, and if they reflect what you really value. Pay attention to your daily choices. What are you saying yes to, and who are you saying no to? And then take one small step. Do one thing that matters most to you. Not someday, but today. Because purpose grows through action, not intention. And if you're thinking, I just don't know what my purpose is yet, that's okay. You don't have to have it all figured out. And if it helps, please borrow some of mine. Borrow resilience by helping someone up. Borrow presence by showing up for the people you love. And borrow hope by staying open to moments of joy, even when life gets hard. This has been a tough year. Not just for me, but for so many of us. But one by one, we're making it through. When we do, that small glimmer of hope has a way of showing up. Because when we return to what matters most, purpose can become our lifeline. So as you leave here today, I'd like to ask you one simple question. When life gets hard, what anchors you?